So look, I want to play devil's advocate for a second. I do that on this channel. I play devil's advocate. I'm man God, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, that's my boy right there, but you know what I'm saying? Buddha, all them, they're my boys too and shit. But listen, I have to play devil's advocate. I have to. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like that's how you balance out the universe. That's how like you get God to understand shit, right? So, keep in mind what I'm saying. I'm personally, I'm working on a video that, because I know Russia was watching my shit at one time. Maybe there's, by chance, Vladimir Putin has some obscure intelligence unit that just watches YouTube. Maybe they could pass a message along to him. But I want to make a video about him because I think I understand his psyche and why he moving the way he is. I think it might be able to get through to him if he were to see it, which the chances of it happening is extremely slim, and I understand that. But this video, I guess preempting that, is about nuclear, what I think might, see, here's the thing, as a social anarchist, I can't be totally against nuclear fallout. Why? Because the key word in that is social anarchist. It has to do with how would society react to that. I don't think, as much as people like to, you know, have this idea that there's nobody left on the world because of that, I don't think that would be the case. I think there'd be I think there'd actually be a lot of people in America possibly left. I think there'd be some cities like bigger than mine that would get knocked out. But I think if you're under 100K, they wouldn't target your shit. Possibly. I mean, it would depend, but like honestly, I think the way they would do it is, I think if there ever were to be a nuclear attack on U.S. soil, it'd be something, either that torpedo, or it'd be, I'm talking about the first one, or it'd be a bomb planted somewhere. Like, they would want it in a way it couldn't be traced. And I'm going to say that because that's how you get around fallout. You know what I'm saying? If you were to theoretically look at it from like a strategic perspective, if you have something that no one knows is there, or no one knows is on the way unless they're directly watching it with something like AWACS, you know what I'm saying, which is advanced warning, airborne advanced early warning of some sort. I remember my pops always used to talk about. Unless you had someone like watching that torpedo launch, you're not seeing that. You're not knowing who launched it either. Now, if you're watching it, you can see, okay, this Russian or Chinese sub, because they'll pop up with like a 3-letter acronym for like what country it's from over the blip on the radar. And you could probably, I mean, I know you'd be able to, they definitely said already, like, they'd be able to see where it was going. Like, if they watched the launch, they'd know who launched. Like, but if you didn't have, you have to find a heat signature, right? So, like, when it surfaces, keep in mind, that's when you could catch it on radar. From what I understand, I don't understand much about how radar works at all, keep in mind. I know the little bits about it that my pops knows because he knows engineering and shit like that. So, that's the part to me where it's like, my basic understanding is when it surfaces or when it launches, there's a heat signature because it's discharging. You see what I'm saying? So you have to have it really watching it at that time. You just have to get lucky, sort of, from what I understand. With, like, you'd have to have another sub in the area, or it'd have to be something like a what's it called, E-10 or whatever. It's like this little prop plane with like a big radar dish on it, like fly right overhead right when it launches. Like, other than that, you're not, well, I mean, I guess them E-10s is technically sub-hunters. Like, they're armed with sonar to go, like, you know what I'm saying? So I could shoot a beam down and, like, his back, then you know there's a sub there. It's the same shit that made Auto-Tune. Excuse me, I was talking about the E2. That's what I was talking about. Not the E10, the E2. You know what I'm saying? Notice how when the sub that's carrying it left the base, they was like, all they know is that it left the base. They don't know where it's at. You see what I'm saying? So it's the type of thing you have to be monitoring at that time. They can't just assign that much manpower to that shit. You see what I'm saying? In the case of something planted, obviously with that, all it takes is lack of communication, essentially. Like, I feel like if they had a bunch of people working to put something together somewhere, all they'd have to do is like talk only in person and shit like that. Like, have nothing, and the smaller the group of people, the easier it would be for them to keep that secret. You see what I'm saying? But there would be no radar involved with that. You would just see an explosion. So that's why I think there wouldn't be I don't think the first time nuclear exchange happens is going to lead to immediate fallout, first of all. And it would be interesting to see in them type of situations what the remaining population leads to. You see what I'm saying? I think Ukraine is being used as a smokescreen with that. I don't think there's going to be any nuking of Ukraine that goes on. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on it, but I don't foresee such things. I did want to make the video about Putin that I'm going to be doing soon because of this, however, because that sub left the base. And I feel like if he can just hear it from someone in America's mouth who's like, listen, I'm not sympathizing with him, I'm not agreeing with him, but I'm saying, listen, if he were to pack up and go home right now, nothing would happen to him. And honestly, it probably show growth. That's just going to be the gist of the video. It would show growth to our end, like, okay, maybe he's not the same as we thought he was. But listen, that's a video. It's going to be coming in the future, very near future. But I thought I should do it at this time, just off the slim to none chance of like him seeing that shit and being like, okay, maybe this American kid right about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so have it be like the Hasselhoff on the Berlin Wall moment. Nah, like with that episode of South Park where Stan writes the fucking, he wrote the fucking, what was it? It was like a song about bringing democracy to Cuba. Oh shit, but that's what I love about this internet shit. Shit can happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit can really happen like that. If I had people in Russia that was seeing me anyways, yeah, this shit could happen like that. But I mean, like I said, chances of it is slim to none. It was just a shot in the dark that I'm working on. Cause listen, it's not for nothing except I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no nuclear fallout. You know what I'm saying? I will never be able to fully believe in armistice. Cause like I said, I'm a social anarchist. I believe that even though it's bad and I wouldn't want it to happen, nuclear fallout would bring about social change, which is part of social anarchy. Okay? So I can never be fully against armistice. However, fully with armistice. But I have to say, if y'all were to go about armistice, that'd be great. It's just how you gonna regulate that. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, be easy, y'all. Again, this Putin video coming soon. Some music coming soon. But, yeah, I just figured I'd give y'all this. Because, like I said, I don't want to see no nuclear fallout, but I can't be totally against it. You know what I'm saying? I can't support armistice as a social anarchist because it would bring about social change. But I just wanted to go into that a little bit because I touched on that in a different video. And I figured I'd explain, you know what I'm saying, what I think would happen if there was to be a nuke that would hit America, so what it would be. I don't think it would end immediately. I think the powers that be would set it up like this to where it wouldn't start that immediate hypothetical. You think everything's just dead. You know what I'm saying? I think there would be something, either if that were ever to happen, there would at least be something smaller before it. You know what I'm saying? Well before it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might not even happen, probably wouldn't even happen in our lifetimes. But I'm talking about something smaller happening possibly within our lifetimes. It's possible. Bees.